Hello guys, welcome back to the MEXT Scholar vlog. I'm Iglika, and as you can tell from the background, different atmosphere, different plushies, it's because I am home in Bulgaria for the summer vacation. And today I would like to talk to you about visiting your home country while being a MEXT scholar and receiving the scholarship. First of all, it is important to choose the right time to go home and to make it work. It is important to note that usually Japanese universities do not really have a summer vacation as such. In August, normally, many things in the university are not going on. There are no lectures, for instance. However, labs are still open and people doing research normally still continue to do their research. Still, after I warned my supervisor and the administration of my lab, they agreed to me going home for a couple of months. I left Japan on the 1st of July after signing my scholarship, MEXT scholarship register, and I hope to be back by the end of August so I can sign in August too. Basically, if you sign within the limits of a month, you get your scholarship. If I do not manage to sign in August, then I will not receive my scholarship for August. And although I did ask, it is not possible for someone else to sign for me. It is possible in some circumstances, they say, but typically not if you are not a regular student, such as if you're a research student, and not if you're going back to your home country. Maybe if you're going somewhere to do research or to attend a course overseas, but not just because you are visiting your home country. So I warned my lab, I warned the MEXT scholarship office, I warned my department with the exact dates or as exact as they can be. And basically they really remind you of the fact that you should sign every month in order to get the scholarship. They try to make it easy for you. In terms of other administrative procedures, there was nothing too complicated. I didn't need any vaccination certificates or PCR certificates in order to travel this time, but of course this is changing, so if you're traveling you might want to check this out, depending on where you're going, of course. There is such a thing as a re-entry permit that you can get from the immigration office of your town, and I did that. I had one issued. It cost 3,000 yen. However, it turned out that it had not been necessary. Usually it is required if you are going away for maybe a whole year, but not just for 2 months. At least that's what the clerk told me when I had mine issued. The traveling itself went pretty smoothly because I'm a Japanese resident and I have a Japanese resident card. I had to fill in an extra form that they glued to my passport that says where I'm going and when I'm planning to come back, and I think address and telephone number that I can be reached at while I'm away. Otherwise, there was nothing specific, and it really didn't take long to check in and to go into the airplane. In terms of doing work related to my university while being here in my home country, I warned my supervisor and the lab that ideally I would like to take some time off and not participate in meetings for a couple of weeks and they have been perfectly understanding. However, sometimes I do wake up in the middle of the night to attend some meetings, especially when it comes to my Japanese classes, because these are the only lectures as such that I am attending. And because the term is not over yet, there's another 2 or 3 weeks before it's over, I have to attend these classes, so I occasionally wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. in order to do that. And during the first lecture, the lecturer asked me, so, Nanji desu ka? What is the time? And I was like, Sanji, Gozen Sanji desu. It is 3 a.m. And she has been super sweet about it. And when I submitted my homework for the week, she said, like, please take care. Japanese people often really remind you to take care of your health, which is pretty nice. And I'll be having a couple of Japanese exams actually while I'm here. The classes are still hybrid, so most of the students will be taking the exams in the classroom, but I'll be working on Zoom with my camera on. A couple of other challenges that I could mention, apart from, like I said, making sure that you receive the scholarship even when you're away. So you may want to look into your bills, paying your rent. Again, it depends on how you pay your rent. Maybe you're making automatic payments. If you're using university accommodation like I am, then maybe you have to go to a convenience store every month in order to make a payment. And in my case, I just went and made 3 payments at once. I paid for 3 months after warning the administration, and this was okay. Then also you may want to think about your phone company and so on. Anything else you're paying periodically. Another challenge for me came in the face of me wanting to attend a conference while I'm here. Apparently it is really complicated to try to mix a personal trip with an academic trip, such as a conference, because ideally the university would pay you to go to a conference, given that there are no restrictions due to COVID, which there are. So it turned out that it won't be as easy as I would imagine it. And even though I can be here at the time of the conference, I would still not be recommended to attend it. I know it sounds weird, but basically you really have to explain in detail if you're planning to do something that is linked to your studies and your scholarship, because then the university is involved in some way and has a say in what you're doing. So I have been asked to attend this conference online, even though I may be in Bulgaria or I may just have flown back to Japan. Now on to something more positive. What are the benefits of going home while you are pursuing your studies under the MEXT scholarship? For me, it has been very beneficial to just take a look from a bit of a distance and see what I think about my life in Japan and my studies. And just looking back, I think I'm pretty happy with my routine. I'm happy about going to the university and doing the work I'm doing. And at the same time, I don't imagine making this any longer than the initial duration of the scholarship. Of course, this may go differently for you. This kind of retrospective look and this distance may be especially important if you are not a regular student, as in you're not following deadlines, you're not receiving grades for what you're doing, so it might be easy to just feel stuck, and I have been feeling stuck for a while. Going away for a while can serve as motivation to start over and to come up with new ideas. Then there may be things that you want to catch up with that you didn't have time for when you were stuck in your routine in Japan. And I'm talking both about personal things like spending time with your family or friends, traveling, passion projects like this YouTube channel, and language learning, but also anything that you feel like you've been delaying for too long, linked to your MEXT work. For example, I have to be studying for a kanji quiz, and I have spent the past 2 weeks studying. Wow, I could have started this at the beginning of term back in April, but I never did because I was doing other things and I just couldn't incorporate this in my routine. I can't think of anything else to share now. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask. Thanks for joining. See you for the next video. Bye bye.